Hey guys, quick update to the documents and contracts section of Onedery. So if you didn't know it already, Onedery can handle all of your documents and contracts, including e-signatures. Now these can be connected to invoice automation, so they can auto trigger an invoice after a contract gets signed, for example. A really robust platform. Completely takes the place of like DocuSign and having to house all your documents on a third-party platform or on your hard drive. Can manage everything here. So I'm just going to show you kind of how the documents tool works, but then also a brand new feature that we just launched that allows for your documents and your contracts to actually be declined. Now that might sound weird, but it's a common occurrence when you send a contract to somebody. If there's something not right about it, rather than responding and saying, hey, this doesn't look quite right, they can actually decline it, and that helps with version control and everything. So I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. But the basics are, under our documents and contracts section, you can start a new contract completely from scratch. You can use one of our pre-built templates as well, or you can upload and create your own template. When you're uploading a document, it can be completely from scratch, meaning you're going to use our built-in editor, or you can upload a PDF, which is actually going to essentially take a picture of that document exactly as the PDF designs it. And then you can add in fields for signature and date and name and things of that nature over top of it. So two really cool ways to build out your document. But let's just take this new document here that's in draft mode. I'm going to show you how the editor works. Basically, you can add in elements. So if you want to add in an image like I dropped here, or if you want to put in a video, you can add in your product list if you've got your products synced with Onedery. But the basics are, you're probably going to need to put in some text. So this is going to be where you put in your written copy. And then you're going to want to add in a signature at the bottom, right? So now you've got signature. And maybe you also want to go along with that. You want to add a date next to the signature. So all these things can be dropped over top of fields. And then once you've added them in, you can select who owns that. So in this case, it's me. I'm the only one associated with this document. But if I want to add more people to it, this is where I can go in and say, okay, let's add a client. I can either add a brand new client from scratch that I haven't worked with, or I can do a search and bring up anybody that, let me just see if I can find one of my contacts. See if I can find this one. Nope, looks like that one's not in the system. So essentially what we can do is we can select anybody from our list of contacts. And then once we've got them selected, they can be associated with that signature line. So I'm just going to put in Hunter here. And there he is. So now I've associated Hunter Jones with this signature, so this becomes his responsibility. So it's going to handle who signs what and who's in associated with what field. Once we've got our user assigned and our copy written, everything is done, we can send that, and it's going to send it using email or text message or both if you prefer. Now, once it's sent off, it'll allow the recipient to sign and accept the document, or they can also now decline it. I'm going to show you how that works. When you're ready to send, the first thing you're going to want to do is if there's an invoice associated with this agreement, you can choose whether that's a one-time or a recurring payment structure. You can turn on direct pay or enable it to send invoice automatically. You can also enable auto pay if the user's credit card is on file. You can even create a pay schedule. So lots of flexibility there. Then next we can get into the settings. This is where you can choose the template. That is actually what's being used to send the contract to your client, and the subject line and things of that nature. You can set up a redirect if after they complete the document you want it to take them to a landing page, and you can also include attachments. So if you have a separate agreement that goes along with this, you can include it here. So that's the basics. Once you've got all of that covered, we'll just go ahead and send this document. So we're going to send document. It's going to ask how I want to send this document. I can send email, SMS, or just SMS. So let's go ahead and go with this. And we're using our default template, which is all pre-configured. But if you want to use another one in there, you can select it here. And now we're just going to hit send. So now this contract agreement has just been sent to Hunter and letting him know that he's got signature and date that is pending his acceptance and engagement. And then once that is done, I'm going to get a notification that the document has been completed and that all parties have signed it. Now, from his point of view, he's going to see it like this. So when he clicks the link that just got emailed and texted to him, the system is going to load that document and it's going to show him exactly what he needs to sign. So you can see I can't do this for him. This is only associated with him. And from here, he would have the option of actually signing it and completing it, or he now has the ability to decline the document and kick it back to me. Now, from my side, if I did get feedback from the client saying, "Hey, I'm not going to sign this. This isn't what we agreed to," I can actually manually mark it as declined as well. And what that's going to do, it's going to prompt me to give a reason so that I can actually keep track of what was wrong with it, if something wasn't quite right, and then I can save that, and then I can produce another version with the correct information. So it's just a way of managing version controls and making sure that everything is streamlined within your system. The document management and e-signature tool is incredibly powerful and can be connected to a wide variety of different automations in the back end of the system. If you want a demo on this or you want to talk about how you can use it for your brand, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd love to meet with you.